Hello, everyone in YouTube land. Danny Garola here with StampinThePinkBarn.com. So, a lot is going on today. Well, it actually all started yesterday. It has been a crazy couple of days. So, yesterday, well, actually, the day before, my husband and my son had went on a camping trip. They left Monday and went up to the mountains here in Arizona, here down in southern Arizona. And it was so nice. They were so happy to get away from the hustle and bustle of town and to get up there where it's nice and cool in the mountains. Well, when they left, we were still in the residual of having that storm that happened down in Mexico. It was called, I think, Hurricane K is what the name of it was. And they had, we got the residual of that. Hello, Miss Ria. So we got some of the residual of that. So it was cloudy and kind of misty rain and that kind of stuff. And we had a couple of windstorms come through. But they went up there. And when they were traveling up there, they had let me know that, oh my gosh, Mom, you would love it up here. It is only 60 degrees when it was in the 90s down here. And so they get up there and the clouds dissipate and whatever. So the following day, come Tuesday, they go out and they go fishing and go on hikes and do their camping stuff. And so yesterday, or Tuesday evening, they let me know that my son had gotten severely sunburned to the point where he was blistering. So the dude was like in pain. I think we've probably all been there. And so they were saying that they were going to come back early because they weren't due to come back until either this evening or early Friday. And so they decided to go ahead and come home yesterday. Well, my neighbor had called me, let me know that her husband was in the hospital here at our local VA and that she needed somebody to go pick him up. Because since our roads are so sandy out here, she can't drive her car up and down our road. So as my husband's pulling in, my mom's pulling in to come and watch my daughter. So it was just a lot of chaos and everything. So I went and I picked up the neighbor. Well, then I get him home and he's safe and he's, comfortable and relaxing at home. And we get ready to go to bed last night and I go walking by, there's a little AC vent right down here. And I walk by it and I go, what in the world? It was blowing out warm air. And my husband was already in bed. And I told him, I go, oh my gosh, you better get up. Something is wrong with our air conditioning. Okay, so living in Tucson, Arizona, AC is a must. And it is still like in the mid 90s right now during the day. And so I told him, I mean, by the grace of God, it happened at night. So I have to be totally thankful for that because when it has gone out before, it's been in the middle of the day and it is horrendous. And for most of you guys who follow me, I have a child who has some special needs and she is triggered by the heat, which, why do we live in Tucson? But there is a reason why we live here with her because of the fact that she needs the dry heat to keep her lungs clear and all that kind of stuff. So there's kind of a catch-22, a happy medium why we have to be in this kind of climate to keep her healthy. But nonetheless, we always have AC in our home because she is triggered and has seizures because with part of she has Rett syndrome. So part of that is they can't control their temperatures. So they can't regulate out. She doesn't like sweat, those kinds of things. And typically her feet are normally blue because her feet are always cold. So just things are wonky and can't control things too bodily wise for her. So we have to have the AC going. So luckily, my mom has always been prepared. She's kind of amazing like that. She had a couple of portable AC units at her house. So we've kept them at our house because our condenser part of our air conditioning has gone out a couple of times. There's this certain part that always winds up blowing up every year. We don't know why it is. The AC people don't know why it is. So whatever. So last night we plugged in the portable ACs. So it's been decently comfortable in here, but it was only in the 80s last night and it's like 87 right now. So the portable ACs are doing well. My husband just ran to town to get all the parts. The AC guys are supposed to be out here this afternoon. So we're making do. No makeup because it would be dripping off of me anyways, especially at my age. I'm going through some hot flashes. So anyways, it has been one of those kind of couple of days, but you know what? We're all healthy and that's all I can ask for, right? My son, we got some aloe vera on him. I do grow aloe vera outside, so I go out there and I get that, and I put the fresh stuff on him. I also use that, it's like solar cane or lanacane or something like that, where it kind of takes that burn out, and I sprayed that on him. So he is all good. He slept on the couch last night since he needed the AC that we have localized in the living room and in our room for my daughter. So that is what is going on in my little world here. So I'm going to get you guys flipped around. I have a couple of promotions to talk to you guys about. So hold on. Let me get you guys flipped around. So I was kind of scared that my phone had a update on it last night, and it really changed a lot of things that were going on my phone. And I was kind of worried coming in today that it was going to mess things up on YouTube, but it didn't. I was able to go live. There was no problems. So that's always a good thing when my updates and stuff don't mess with, you know, certain platforms, because we all know that technology can be kind of a twit sometimes. So, okay, so our first thing is right now, if you are getting your holiday cards made and you like to give gift cards, this month we have the Ho Ho Ho. It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas with this festive cards. So this one is going to make 9 cards, 3 each of 3 designs, and 9 coordinating envelopes. They are going to be gift tags, which will have a gift card holder on those tags. So what I was thinking about doing with this was hanging those on my tree and putting all the people that I like to give gift cards to. My kids are homeschooled, but back in the day when they were in school, I loved to give gift cards to teachers. And it wasn't anything huge, but it was, you know, like maybe $5, $10 here at Starbucks, or, you know, something like that. So it's a great little thing to have those hanging on your tree. And when you have those people stop by, you can have them go to the tree and pick one of those off the tree. And it's just kind of cool to have kind of as a backup gift for unexpected people who stop by the house. Okay, so that will be in rotation until the 10th of October. So just know that come the 10th of come the 11th of October, you will no longer be able to get this kit. So it is a kit that you can subscribe to, or you can go into my store and you can go to prepaid and you can buy a prepaid card. It's actually a code that they give you, and you can pick the kit that you want from there. So then if you're kind of just wondering how it works and you just want to try it once and see what you think of our kits, then you could do that. Right now, today, Thursday, so for the month of September, every Thursday we are having weekly deals. So our new ones that just hit the market today, this is week number 3. Now these deals are good from the 15th through the 21st. We have our pearlized enamel effects basics, our silver metallic edge cotton ribbon, the rose gold and white striped ribbon, the Stampin Up masking paper, our lovely layers vellum, perfectly penciled designer series paper, vellum layering designs, the fake or faux sea glass shapes embellishments, the Eden dies, the scalloped craft treat boxes, and the evening evergreen open weave ribbon. So all those are on a great deal right now. So you can find these promotions, everything that I'm talking about today, you can find them over on my blog, which is stampinthepinkbarn.com. If you hit that promotions tab, it will take you, you'll have to scroll through them to see each one of them, but I have just updated so you can go in there and click exactly on these products and they'll take you right to the store. We have coming up October 1st. Now you can go in and register for this. Again, it's on my blog underneath the promotions. This is a free virtual card making event. So October 1st is National Card Making Day. So Stampin' Up is has done a virtual card making event available for all of us come October 1st. You don't have to register for this, but I highly advise it because of the fact that they are going to keep sending out emails to let you know kind of everything that's going on and what to be prepared for and all that. You can download this PDF off of my blog. This shows you all the products that you need for the cards that they're going to be making. Now, if you buy one of these bundles, they are going to be giving you a free prize as your iridescent pearl basic jewels embellishments. So if you order one of these bundles, you're going to get that free iridescent pearls. So like I said, you can download this so then you'll know what you need for each one of the cards that are being presented. We have our Perfect Partners promotion. So you will find these stamp sets, just the stamp sets, in our catalog. And right now, some of these may be on for a pretty good deal because of the fact that we have our today our 24-hour sale that is going on. So you can get 15% off of some of the stamp sets that are selected inside of the annual catalog. I think I remember reading that it is all the stamp sets that are inside of the annual catalog that are at a 15% discount right now. But you will find some of these stamp sets in the catalog, and right now with the Perfect Pair or Perfect Partner, you can actually purchase this these dies that go with these stamp sets right now. That this is only available through the end of September. So these dies will not be available after that. And we all love a good set of dies to go with our stamp sets. And last but not least, I have my Bewitching kit that is available right now for the pre-order. The pre-order will end on the 17th because that's when I will go ahead and order all the supplies that we need for this class, and I will get everything cut and done by when I get the order in. So it takes a couple of days for me to get the order. So I'm hoping that if I order on the 18th, since the pre-order is ending on the 17th, I could probably have my order, especially if I do it next day delivery, I will probably have it either Monday or Tuesday, depending on how things go. So I will get those cut up the last couple of days of the week, and then I will get those mailed out. I will start mailing them on, I will get them all packaged on the 25th, and then they'll start going out on Monday the 26th. So this is an amazing kit. You guys are going to love it. I have really created and taken some time into making some super adorable cards for this kit. So the kit is going to make 8 cards. You're going to have 2 cards of 4 designs. So just to let you know that, I am including the 4-pack of that glitter washi tape. Now, the other one is instead of kit because I have class coming up tonight, an in-person class tonight. So it is over in my stuff, so I make sure I don't forget it. But this is gorgeous washi tape, and I've really made some cute cards for you guys. Also, you're going to get 3 yards of the gingham black and white ribbon. So there are 2 options on my blog. Now, when you go to my blog, if you go over to card kits, that's where you're going to read all about the details for this. So don't let that slip out of your hands. If you are interested in getting this, like I said, pre-order ends the night of the 17th. So don't miss out on this kit. And then yesterday, you guys can catch the replay of my mystery stamping. I was a little late last night. I apologize. But you guys can catch the replay and create the card that I made. I've loved seeing some of you guys already get your cards posted over on my group, which is Pink Barn Stampers Group. That is a private group that you can join, and you can see the card that I made last night. You can also watch the replay video there. You can watch it also here on YouTube. And then once you create your card, take a picture of it and then post that picture in the comments under the card that I have created. All right, you guys, let's get into today's card. So I am doing a design that has been around for a while, but I haven't seen it a whole heck of a lot lately. So I'm gonna kind of bring it back and kind of refresh it and show you my kind of spin on it. So what I am using is I am going to be using the Stylish Shape dies. You could also use your layering circles as well. You do have a lot more circles in this bundle or in this die set. So if you already have that, since that's been around for a while, you could absolutely do it with that as well. So I am going to be using the 3 center circles out of this. Or actually, no, I'm not. I'm going to use the biggest one. Then I'm going to skip the next one and use this. And then I'm going to go down, skip the next one, and then go down one more. So if you're going the opposite way, I'm not using the smallest, but then I'm using the next, skipping this one, using the next, skipping this one, and then using the biggest. So it's every other one. Okay, so I need to set those there since we're going to die with those. I have decided to use, this is the 6x6 Lights Aglow Designer Series paper. Now this is absolutely stunning paper. Now the dies and the stamp set cut these out, these little circles. Now this is the side that has all that metallic on it. And then when I go to flip it, you'll see that the other side is more muted without, but it is just as gorgeous. So don't think just because it doesn't have the shimmer that it's not just as equally beautiful. And I love this. What is this called? Boho? I think I said it right. Yeah, this is gorgeous paper. So I picked out this piece right here is what I'm going to be using. I'm using this one that has that boho bubbly look behind it, and then you've got those gold stars. I'll show you the other one that I made as well, just to kind of give you another idea. I also am using a scrap piece of, this is the brushed metallic, this is in gold, so it coordinates with this paper. A scrap of black, this is basic black, and then a scrap of basic white. My card base is basic black. This is 5.5 by 8.5, and we're just gonna fold that. And then I have 2 pieces of basic white. These are 4 by 5.25. One is for the inside layer of my card, and then the other one is just going to be a layer on the outside. So then I need to cut this one down. So it is going to be 1/8 of an inch smaller than my white base. So I need to cut this at 3 7/8 by 5 1/8. And then this piece that I've cut off, I'm just going to cut get this picked up. I'm going to cut this at 1/2 inch, and then that will go on the inside of my card on the bottom to kind of pull that whole designer series paper into the inside of the card as well. And then I just grabbed a scrap of a long strip of my basic white so I can do my stamping of my sentiment on that. Okay, So what we're going to do is I'm going to take my inside piece and I'm just going to place this on here. Leaving about a quarter of an inch there on the bottom, and then I will cut those off, and then whoops, and then grab my card and get this put in the inside. Now, I have, in the past, I always decided to stamp a sentiment on the inside of my card, and then I knew that they were ready to go, so then I could just grab them right out of my little, I've got like a plastic organizer thing that I just pull my cards out of, and I stack them in there. I had always stamped a sentiment in the inside of my cards, so then they were just ready to go. But I have stopped doing that just because of the fact that sometimes I love the design of the card, but depending on who I'm sending it to and what I'm sending it for, I might decide that the sentiment that I already pre-stamped was not something that was going to work for what I needed the card sent for. So I can do my holiday sentiment because that's what I'm doing with this card. I'm making it a Christmas card, but I might want to have a sentiment on the inside, depending on who I'm sending it to be a little bit more personal. So I just leave it blank for the time being. And then when I go to, grab this and mail it to someone, then I will stamp the sentiment in there. Now, I know a lot of people don't like doing that because if you screw that up, it's hard to fix, but you can always do something on the inside if you get it messed up, but your preference. Okay, so I am going to take my gold and I'm going to use my big circle for this, the largest one. Let me put all these over here so I don't lose any of these pieces. This is my baby boss. It is our mini cut and emboss machine here. And so I'm going to lay this on here. And let me see, maybe I want to do something different than the last one that I did. Let me look at this and decide. I think I'm going to do my black in the largest. So let me cut this down so it'll fit in here. Wait a minute. I don't want to do the black for that one. I want the black in the smallest. So I am going to get a bigger piece of white, and I'm going to do the white on the back part. And you'll see kind of why when I show you the other card that I made, why I don't want the white on the very front. Let me see if I can find a scrap really quick. Here we go. We'll just cut this. So do make sure that your scrap is big enough for your dies. So I'm going to go ahead and do helps if I cut it where it'll fit in my die cutting. Okay, there we go. I'm going to do the biggest one in white. Okay, so there is that. Then my next one I'm going to do in gold. I almost just knocked my coffee off my desk. that would have been not very good. Okay, so there's my gold. And then for my smallest one, I'm going to use the black. And look, and I have a perfect little piece right here for this small little circle. Okay, just like that. And there's the smallest one there. Now let me get this moved out of the way and put these things in here so they don't wind up getting lost. Then I need to bring out my trimmer. Now I can put these pieces back out here and move this. Okay, now what I need to do is I need to take these. Now, if you're confident in your cutting skills, you can use your snips and cut these in half. I am not 100% confident in my cutting skills, so I use my trimmer and I just watch my two sides to make sure that I can get this somewhat straight. It doesn't have to be perfect, but you know, you can see where your sides need to line up. So like this one, if I go to 1.5, I'm pretty far over the 1.5 over here. So I need to, the 1 is what I was trying to say. So if I line that up on my 1s here, I know I can go over a skosh and that's gonna get me pretty centered. Just like that. And then now with this one, if I look at this and I say, okay, it's 3 inches circle, pretty close to it. So this is the one that if I look at my 3.5 and I know that the edge of my trimmer here is the 1.5 mark, then I know if I move this over there, then that is pretty centered on my 1.5 here and my 1.5 over there, and then I'm good to go. Okay, so there are all of our little pieces that we need. So what I am going to do is I kind of set it the way that I know it's going to look on my card, and then I start just kind of layering these the way that I want them. Now there are plenty of different ways to do this. Pinterest will be your best friend when it comes to finding different ways to layer these and make them look different ways, because you can cut the same colors out of the smallest circle and kind of make it look like a wave. I've seen ones that kind of look like a yin yang sign, and those are really cool too. So I'm just showing you my way of doing it. Okay, so there's that. Okay, there's that one. And then now I'm going to do the same thing going this way. Ooh, I think I heard my husband just turn the air conditioning on. Maybe he got it working. I know he just had to go in and buy a bunch of parts for it. Okay, so that is kind of what we need to go with. Now I am going to put this designer series paper on this white layer. Now it is only 1/8 of an inch smaller, so you're only gonna see a light little margin of that white. But I think it goes really well with these circles. Okay, and then before I adhere anything, I kind of like to find out, once I stamp on my strip, how wide I am going to keep these apart. So see how I don't have these sitting touching each other? There's a reason for that, because if I was to do that and if I was to use a wide sentiment, it's pretty much going to cover up those little black, see like that? It would cover up the black little circles, and I don't want to cover those. I want to see those. So I'm going to do my sentiment now that these are adhered together, but not on my base yet. I will be able to do a dry fit on those. I'm really big on doing dry fits, as you guys have probably heard me say numerous times. But I'm going to set that. Actually, I have that wrong. I'm going to go this way. You guys are probably looking at me like, what is she doing? Nope, I'm going to go that way. So I'm going to kind of take those and move kind of like that, because once I have my, you can put these together and then kind of slide them out to make it look like they're still continuing. But I'm going to hold on that because I'm going to stamp my sentiment first. So I am using Versamark, and I'm also going to be using my gold embossing powder since I've got all that gold on there. So I'm going to take this and just rub that across. And I grabbed a sentiment out of one of our old sets. So this is not a current Christmas stamp, but you can grab any long sentiment. You don't even have to make this a Christmas card. This would actually be a really pretty anniversary card or a congratulations on your retirement card. This card would really work for anything. Okay. So let me bring in my heat tool. Now I did stamp low on this white strip here because I want to go pretty close to the top and the bottom of this because I don't want it as wide as it is. But it kind of gives me some wiggle room to cut this down, so that's why I went a little bit wider on this strip. So now that that is embossed, I can take this and now watch where the top of my T is, since that is my highest point. Come in and cut that where I want it. Just like that. Okay. And then you can flag your ends if you wish. So what I'm going to do is see the width of this, and this is where I was saying I want to be able to see the little black circles. So since this is wider, if I was to push it in like this where it's touching itself, I'd really be covering up a lot of that, and I don't want to do that, if you follow what I'm saying. Okay, so I'm going to put these on here now. Watching this gap here. Okay, that looks pretty straight. And again, I can flag these ends if I wanted to. I can leave it straight. You can even a little small strip, like this isn't gold, but if you had a small strip of gold, you could make it a little bit longer where it hangs out behind there. But a little flagged end on here. Okay, just like that. So now I'm going to pop that up with a couple of dimensionals. Okay, and lay that down. Just like that. Now I'm going to glue this right onto my base. And then I'm going to grab a couple of my classic matte dots. I'm going to be using, actually looking at the gray since this kind of has some grays in it, but I think I'm just going to use the black. We could do gold on there. Let me see if I can find, I mean, you've got lots of options of what you could put there. You could put iridescent, you could put so many different kinds of embellishments that we have that would work so beautifully on this. Like there is, oh geez, that's silver. We don't want silver. That would not be cute. You've got some gold on, these are the brushed metallic adhesive back dots. So we use the brushed metallic gold. So you've got the brushed metallic gold embellishments here. So those would be pretty on there. But I'm just going to go with these black dots. Just like that. Okay, and I know I normally say to do those in 3s, but I'm just going to do the 2 because I think it looks just fine like that. Okay, and then here is the other one that I made as well. Now this one, looking at it, I think I kind of like this one better, to be honest with you. I did the big, large circle in the gold. But what I didn't like is I should have flipped. I should have did the big gold on this one because I do like the gold a lot better because it does look like this is an awful lot of white. Okay, so now I just learned my own lesson. Because I do like how this brings out more of the gold with the bigger circle being done in gold. Now that is my preference. And then I would probably do the white as the one that's black here and then flip this one to being the small black because I didn't like how this sat on these 2 little white dots. So again, you can play and you can mix these colors in any way, any paper that you use. Just grab 3 different colors of paper and then make your little swishy on there. So that is the one that I made before. I didn't put any embellishments on there. I just wanted to show you guys the design. And then there's the one that I just made now. So you might actually like more of that white. It is kind of a clean look. I think this one would be more of like a retirement or something like that, but they're just as equally beautiful being a Christmas card. So you guys have fun with it. Please, if you make one of these cards, I would love to see the ideas that you guys come up with. Please post pictures over on Pink Barn Stampers. If you're not a part of that group on Facebook, please join that group. There's so much inspiration. We have giveaways. We do things over there that I would really like you guys to all be a part of. So just go over there and join that group. And like I said, if you make one of these cards, snap a picture of it and throw it on there. We love to see all the versatility and all the things. Now, I will be posting pictures of these over on my blog along with a replay of this video so you can see the dimensions and everything that I've used as well over on my blog. Alrighty, you guys, thank you so much for coming in here and spending your afternoon with me with coffee and cards. All right, you guys, take care of yourselves. Bye-bye.